Shake and bake, swatted out of bounds by James.
Here's Russ going one-on-one with LeBron. Couldn't finish. LeBron blocked it at the rim. Here comes LeBron the other way, goes right to the rim, foul in a bucket. What a sequence for LeBron. On one end, he takes Russell Westbrook on one-on-one, and Russ can't even get it to the rim. He corrals it, comes to the other end, goes right to the basket, and scores. That's as good of a sequence for LeBron as we've seen all season. Spectacular play by the King.
Puts it on the deck, and it's knocked away by Caruso. Up ahead, Rondo all the way. LeBron James throws it down. That was risky, but James made it work. LeBron off the ball. LeBron, say it with your chest.
A thunderous slam by LeBron that has the Laker bench on its feet. LeBron brought the fury and wrath of all Laker fans down on top of Russell Westbrook's head.
Welcome back to another episode of Lakeshow's Finest Redux. I'm your host, Charles Ryan, KB24 status, or yours truly, the biggest Lakers fan in the world. The Los Angeles Lakers did not drop another first game in a series. We kicked some ass. 126-114 was the final score. That is not reflective of the true score that it was. We gave up 35 points in the fourth in garbage time. Really, the lead was really... The final score should be like 126-100. So I'm really proud of this team. It's tough, 5 days off. Vogel talked about how emulating every other day during the off days in between series. So, one day off, play some golf, catch some fish, spend time with family. And then the next day, go through some slow workout routines, not too heavy on the legs or anything. That a couple scrimmages, they said. And that clearly worked out. The Nuggets, I'm not sure what their strategy was here. It was very strange and really honestly surreal to see a coach, Mike Malone. And you got to give this guy a lot of props because, he brought this team back so many times. But in those games, in the first two series, he really, relied on his big two players, obviously. And tonight, he only played Jokic 25 minutes. He only played Murray 29 minutes. How do you not play those two players at all in the fourth quarter? His mentality there was probably, in the second quarter when I took those guys out and they were both in foul trouble. We actually, got it to like 9 or 10, 11. Brought down a little bit. Well, that did not work in the fourth quarter. And you can't win a series when you play Nikola Jokic 25 minutes and Jamal Murray 29 minutes.
Millsap checks.
Sorry. But so the Lakers really just capitalized on the foul trouble. The refs kind of were really picking on the Nuggets in the beginning. Of course, it was interesting how they kind of stayed away from giving Jokic his fifth foul in the third quarter when he could have got it at any point. And, of course, he got it in the final 10 seconds of the third quarter. That was a weird final 10 seconds. Murray fouls on purpose because they have a foul to give. But he has 3 fouls, so I don't know why he did that. And then Jokic, of course, gets his 5th foul. Just weird. Let's talk about the first half. That was probably the most intriguing half of the game, of course, because the Lakers just ran away with it. We scored 58 points. We scored 33 points in the third quarter, and the Nuggets scored 20, and then we never looked back, really. But in the first half, it was more of a game, right? And the Nuggets had the lead after the first. But the big issue here, and I've posted podcasts about it. I've even titled podcasts free throws, man. Just missing free throws. In the first half, they missed 10 free throws. This game could have been over at halftime instead of being over at the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth when he didn't play Jamal or Jokic. 14 for 24 from the free throw line the Lakers were in the first half. 14 for 24. And a lot of those go to Dwight. Dwight and Caruso missed 2. LeBron and AD missed 4 in the first half. They were 12 for 16, I believe. But 14 for 24, 10 points is not going to get the job done in the first half, right? We missed 9 free throws in the second quarter itself. We outscored the Nuggets in the second quarter, 34 to 21, right? If you had 9 free throws, that's 43 to 21. What's going on? 80 and Caruso got to work on their free throws. LeBron only missed, I want to say, 2 or 3 free throws. Let's see how many he missed. Yeah, LeBron only missed 1 free throw. I get Dwight. They weren't really doing a hack of Dwight. They were more doing like a, hey, it's okay if we foul Dwight on accident, on a rebound, on a box out, whatever. Because they were all out of fouls in the second quarter really early. But, yeah, that first half, the fouls were insane. We could have easily stepped on their throat if we made the free throws, like I said. Sorry to keep hammering that. But Reggie Miller kept saying, some people have been saying that Danny Green has been playing so well with this stroke in the playoffs, and he hasn't. Reggie and Chris Webber don't know what the hell they're talking about at all, because they haven't been watching this team all season. They clearly haven't. Danny Green, not very good, all right? Not consistent. KCP, not consistent. Even Markieff, not consistent, all right? So just to listen to their fucking bickering the whole first half was just very obnoxious. It was very nice to see JaVale only get 5 minutes tonight. Great in the final few minutes as well when he shot a 3. But the real minutes came when Dwight came in. And Vogel even started Dwight in the second half, and he really did work. But in the first half, he was irritating Jokic, man. I love that. I love seeing Dwight get up all in that, man. That's his job, man, to irritate, get under people's skin, talk trash. Because Dwight can take it, man. He's been in the league for a while, Defensive Player of the Year, and it's just really refreshing. Because we haven't seen this guy play in 2 weeks, to see that guy come back. Because in the finals, whoever we play, right? The Heat, you're going to need Dwight on Adebayo, JaVale on Adebayo. The Celtics, when Daniel Tice is in, you're probably going to need Dwight and JaVale. If they go small with no Tice, then he's out. But we're going to need him. And this is a good opportunity to get his reps in, because I would have been really disappointed if we did not play Dwight really at all and just stuck with JaVale and Markieff, or just Markieff in general, right? Not focusing on the bigs. And Charles Barkley had a good point saying, Jokic can't take JaVale. Jokic, he can't take advantage of JaVale and Dwight like Montrezl Harrell. And I was thinking, this is in the pregame, I was thinking, well, what happens if Jokic is at the 3-point line, right? How are they going to close out on him? JaVale McGee does not have the foot speed that AD or Markieff has. And you know what? Jokic only Didn't shoot a three at all the whole entire game, man. Somehow we closed out on him. I don't know. The Nuggets, for some reason, kept giving it to him in the post and letting him work from there. This high pick and roll with Murray and not letting Jokic work from the three, I didn't get that at all, man. Because if you're going to bring JaVale and Dwight out there, there's a hole. And the hole may go to Anthony Davis, right? But then you got shooters in the corners, Jeremy Grant and Gary Harris, and he just didn't do that at all. So it's really nice to see that we closed out on Jokic, didn't let him take a three, and we really just got under his skin a little bit. He took an elbow from, I think it was Caruso in the second quarter to the nose, or maybe the third quarter. Keep that up, man. Let him know that we're here. This wasn't a feel him out game, because LeBron, after the Rockets loss, he said it was kind of feeling out game, getting used to their speed and the up and down pace, blah, blah, blah. Now we're probably going to have to play JaVale. This was not a feel out the game. We knew exactly what our game plan was. All right? It was to collapse up high on Jamal. Help defense was incredible the whole game, man. These guys were flying around, closing out in the corners. This defense was exceptional. So really give credit to the Lakers there, because they did allow in the quarters that mattered, right? Because the Nuggets scored 35 in the fourth when it didn't matter, right? And the Lakers weren't playing their players. But the quarters that mattered, the second and third quarters, the Nuggets only scored 41 points, 21 in the second, and the third 20. And I swear, the Nuggets only scored 3 points, I want to say, in the second quarter, in 5 minutes in. I think that's what it was. And it might have been the third. I think it was the second. So, we really do a good job at the start of halves and in the second quarter when it counts. Because I guess the feel-out game part was just the first quarter. And as sloppy as that first quarter was, in terms of not playing any defense, allowing 38 points in the final first quarter buzzer to Jamal, we really buckled down there. And it was great. So I'm proud of them there. Another thing, real fast, in the second half, what was I going to say? I predicted, this is very important, so in the second quarter I said, this is when the score was at halftime, it was 70-59. I said if the Lakers can get the third quarter score to 100-75 and Jokic gets his fifth foul, this game is over. And I said this at halftime, and the score at the third quarter was 103-79, I want to say. Yeah. So I was pretty close on there. And Jokic got the foul in the final 10 seconds, and it was over. So the fourth quarter was all garbage time. My prediction was nice. I never do predictions, but just this was very situational, this game, the one-on-one matchups. And I guess I just had a crystal ball there. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But I just thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, Rondo was great. The whole team was great, man. So we're going to go into the stats, right? But first, I just want to say real fast, because I'm probably going to forget. This MVP thing, man. LeBron gets 16 of the 100 MVP votes. That's ridiculous, man. And even LeBron said it, that the definition of MVP has changed so much over the years since he's been in the league for 18 years now. And he should win MVP, man. Listen, if Steve Nash can win MVP back-to-back over Kobe, and he's on a team that's not even the 1 seed, then LeBron James should win this MVP because he led the league in assists. All right? 16 out of actually 101 is just, I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. And he would have been one of the oldest players to ever get an MVP and really made another milestone, because this guy, it seems like it's a milestone every single other day. And I guess Giannis did deserve it, but Giannis is not a playoff guy, man. The best player in the playoffs is, I'd say it's a toss-up between AD and LeBron, and maybe you could throw Jokic and Jimmy Butler in that conversation. But I mean, AD's been consistent as hell. I mean, in the whole second round, his averages were off the charts. He was like 25 and 12 rebounds. LeBron was your triple-double in the second round. So we got the playoff squad. And if there's going to be a playoff MVP, it's LeBron James, man. 16 out of 21, 101 first-place votes for LeBron James for MVP is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And now let's get to the stats. Actually, first, sorry, be bouncing around a little bit. So I have a video up that is called an interview with James C. Burns, this actor guy who's kind of like a wonky kind of dude he's an actor. He's been in like Transformers and other things. I mentioned this before, but this video has really been spiking. Like really. It has like, since Tuesday, it has 8,000 views. Not total, but it's gotten 8,000 views. It went from like 19,000 to 27,000 in 3 days. So I'm expecting this video by the end of the month to be maybe at 50,000, something like that. I don't know. But I recommend that video. And please listen to it or watch it. It's really good. I put a lot of work in that one. I think you guys will like it. I know you guys like my montages. Clearly you do, because for some reason all the montages have more views than the podcasts. So check that out. And, comment if you like it. If not, no big deal. I rarely get comments anyways, so whatever. All right, so let's get to the stats, man. Oh, this is an important stat right here. I think in the first maybe 18 minutes, the Lakers only had 3 turnovers. All right. We eliminated their fast break points, really, in the first half. So we really did a good job in the first half, man. That first half was huge. Huge. The third quarter was what did it, but that just first half, everything just flipped in that second quarter. Really did. Oh, and I was going to say this too. Sorry. They had players mic'd up. It was, I think, Paul Millsap and JaVale McGee. And JaVale McGee tends to get mic'd up because he does this JaVale McGee, YouTube video thing. YouTube blog. But one thing that Mike Malone was saying at halftime was, what are we guys? We're a second half team. And Reggie Miller goes, he's exactly right. The Nuggets have been incredible second half team all season versus the Clippers, versus the Jazz. But guess who's a better second half team? The Los Angeles Lakers, all right? So this narrative that the Nuggets can just turn it on in the second half is ridiculous, because we have been playing great second halves, because the Lakers are the ones who are the second half team. And Vogel said that, right? Vogel said we're the second half team. Yeah. All right, so let's just go through the matchup stats. Once again, it was 126-114. The biggest lead of the game was 27 by the Los Angeles Lakers, and that came in the fourth quarter. About halfway through the fourth quarter, and then the lead dwindled all the way to 12 when it was really garbage time. The Nuggets' biggest lead was 2, and that came at Jamal Murray's buzzer beater at the end of the first. So if he didn't hit that buzzer beater, the biggest lead would have remained 2, but that 2-point lead would have been in the first 30 seconds. The game was tied 7 times. The longest run was 10 by the Lakers. There were 5 lead changes, so really the lead changes were in that first few minutes and then that back and forth at the final minute of the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. The Lakers had 37 rebounds. The Nuggets had 37 rebounds. Lakers had 34. It's really rare the Lakers get out-rebounded because they're, arguably the bigger team. We did have 10 offensive rebounds, while the Nuggets had 9. We had 20. The Nuggets had 23 assists. The Lakers had 33 assists. In the first half or first 3 quarters, like almost all of their buckets were off assists. So we were really moving the ball, man. And, Rondo, even tonight, Rondo passed Michael Jordan for most assists in the playoffs. That's pretty crazy. Lakers had 10 steals. Nuggets only had 3. All those steals, man, leading to transition baskets and LeBron dunks. Caruso and LeBron got that alley-oop down, man. That was beautiful. Dang. 6 blocks for the Lakers, 2 for the Nuggets. My favorite block was in the very first 10 seconds of the game when JaVale blocked Jokic. Jokic was thinking, I can go to work, man. This is Montrezl Harrell. No, it was JaVale McGee. First 20 seconds, swatted out of bounds. I loved it, man. Absolutely loved it. Saying this isn't going to be like that. And JaVale, he let him know we were there. Also, the Lakers had only 11 turnovers. That's pretty good for us. That's 2.5 turnovers a quarter. That's awesome. Nuggets had 16. Led to all those fast break points. And let's go to the fast break stat, man. Okay. We had 16 fast break points. That's it? Felt like we had more, man. What the heck? Alright, well, I don't like this. I think this is wrong, this stat. 16 fast break points for us. 10 for the Nuggets. Okay, I guess I thought they had more, man. In my mind, watching that game, it felt like we had so many transition baskets or threes or whatever. We had 54 points in the paint. The Nuggets had 52. There was one technical foul on Jamal Murray where he freaked out. They didn't get fouled when he was swarmed by 3 guys. And after he got the technical, he got really close to the ref too, and I thought he was going to get thrown out. But I think the refs learned from the Kristaps Porzingis thing, you can't throw out a player in the playoff game unless he does something so dramatic. Yeah. Lakers had 22 points off turnovers, and the Nuggets had 17. The field goal percentage. Lakers shot 53%. We've been shooting 51% this whole entire playoffs. That's crazy, man. That's like all time. Pretty good. Nuggets shot 49%. The Lakers were 42% from 3. I'm liking those numbers, man, lately. In Game 5 versus the Rockets, we made 19 threes, a franchise record for threes in the playoffs. We made 11 to 26, but still, that percentage, I like it, man. We were pounding the paint. We didn't need to shoot 53s. This isn't the Rockets. We didn't have to play their game. We played our game. Nuggets 9 for 26, 34% from the 3. Free throws. Here we go, baby. 27 for 37 from the free throw line. That means the Lakers did not miss a single free throw in the second half, so they really improved there. Love that. So in the second half, they, I think they only shot like 13 free throws in the second half. So they were 13 for 13 there. So that was great. Nuggets, 82%, 23 for 28. They only missed 5 free throws. And there's a discrepancy there. We shot 9 more free throws than them. It really seemed like the Nuggets were just fouling so much for like no reason. A lot of dumb bonehead fouls. I don't know, man. And now the individual stats. This is KB24 status, remember? LeBron James, best player in the world. MVP taken from him. 30 minutes. 15 points. 6 for 11 from the field. 0 for 2 from 3. 3 for 4 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 12 assists. Only 3 turnovers. That's every 10 minutes, 1 turnover. Anthony Davis, 32 minutes. 37 points. 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 12 for 15 from the free throw line. Should have made 15 for 15. 1 for 3 from 3. Shot 57%, 12 for 21 from the field. JaVale McGee, 10 minutes. All in the first quarter when he started, and then he didn't start in the second half, but he played a couple minutes in garbage time, and he took 1 3. He only took 1 shot in the game, and that was the 3. So offensively, he was a 0, but defensively, he was solid. He had that 1 block. But really, Dwight took all his minutes. JaVale actually had the worst plus-minus at minus 11, so maybe he didn't play as well as I thought. Danny Green, the best plus-minus in the game somehow. Danny Green, 8 points. 3 for 10 from the field. 23 minutes, 1 for 4 from 3. 1 free throw. 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals and 1 block for Danny Green. So I like those defensive stats. 2 steals and a block. KCP. Now this guy, KCP, gets a lot of flack, and I talk to people sometimes, and they say, I hate KCP. He's overrated, can't guard anybody. KCP was awesome. 29 minutes, 18 points, 6 for 10 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. +9. Pretty good. Kuzma. 24 minutes, 11 points, 5 for 8 from the field. Always cutting, man. This guy just has a nose for the ball. Gets to the corner a lot for AD to pass him the ball. 5 for 8 from the field, 62%, 1 for 2 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover. Caruso, 5 points, 22 minutes, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, and a block. Rondo, Showtime Rondo, only played 21 minutes tonight. And there was a one play, I think it was the third quarter actually, when Vogel subbed him out, and he was really upset because this is after Rondo did one of his little huddles when he gets all the guys together during a free throw. And as soon as that happened, Vogel took him out, and Rondo was like rolled his eyes and he put his head back, and he was so upset. That was kind of funny, but only 21 minutes for Rondo. +13, 7 points, 3 for 7 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, 1 rebound, 9 assists, and 2 steals. Markieff, he played solid, man. Markieff was great. 3 for 4 from the field, from 3 and overall. 9 points, 16 minutes, 1 assist, 2 steals. By the way, Rondo had 0 turnovers. That's pretty good. 9 assists, 0 turnovers. That's awesome. Dwight Howard, Big Dwight, 16 minutes, 13 points, 4 for 5 from the field, 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Wow, I thought Dwight would have been worse from the free throw line. 5 for 8 is pretty good, for Dwight at least. 3 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and 2 blocks for Big Dwight for +14. And then Jared Dudley, J.R. Smith, Quinn Cook, whatever. Zeros across the board for Jared except for 1 steal. Zeros across the board for Quinn Cook except for taking a big nosedive with 30 seconds left. And JR, man. JR made 1 3. Good job by him. On the Nuggets side, I'm going to go through this kind of fast. Jeremy Grant, 9 points. 4 rebounds, 3 assists for a -25. Paul Millsap was a 0 tonight. 5 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal for a -13. Jokic, Nikola, 25 minutes, 21 points. 8 for 14 from the field, 5 for 7 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists for Nikola Jokic. That's it. Is this accurate? 2 assists? Let me triple check this. Hold on. I'm checking multiple sites here to verify this. 2 assists for Nikola Jokic. Wow. We did a better job on him than I thought. 2 assists. 4 turnovers for Jokic. 1 block for a -19 and 5 pesky fouls, man. This guy's harassment all over the place. Gary Harris, 25 minutes, 5 points, 2 for 7 from the field, 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and 3 fouls for -14. Jamal Murray, 28 minutes, 21 points, 7 for 12 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, and 4 fouls for a -21. Monte Morris, 8 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. Michael Porter Jr., probably the most overrated player in the league. 28 minutes, 14 points, 3 for 9 from the field, 7 for 8 from the line, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal. Torrey Craig, he only played 10 minutes. Torrey Craig used to start for them, I think instead of Jeremy Grant. And he's pretty good on defense, so I'm not really sure why he didn't play on LeBron. Jeremy Grant's assignment was to guard LeBron, and Jeremy Grant was a -25, the worst in the whole entire game of any player. So I think that says something. They got to make adjustments if they're going to want to win and put Torrey Craig on him at least one game if they want to win. Plumlee, 20 minutes, 9 points. Dozier, PJ Dozier, 12 minutes, 6 points. Troy Daniels, former Laker. We cut him to get Markieff, Dion, all those guys, man. 5 minutes, 8 points. So that's the stats. this was a great win. We have really done a great job in this first year of being a team by having such good chemistry, and you can see the friendship. And even on the Backstage Laker mans, these guys genuinely like each other, and they got each other's backs, and they're just like there for each other no matter what. You know, there was some bad vibes in the Lakers last year, especially with Lonzo and all that, but I think we have what it takes to win this title. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised, and this is biased, if we sweep this series and we sweep the next series and go 16-2 in the playoffs, because we're just that good. We're so good on defense and we're so good on offense. To score 126 points and have your two stars, LeBron, play only 30 minutes and AD play 32 minutes, that's crazy. If those guys played more, it would have been 140. So we got it. Just got to make free throws. Got to make the free throws, man. All right, I'm Charles Ryan, KB24 status, or yours truly, the biggest Lakers fan in the whole entire world. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe if you're not already. If you listen to the podcast at this point, thank you very much. I mean, I know this was kind of a longer one, but, you know, I'm going to do this no matter what. Every single game, period. I'm recapping every game. I did not recap Game 5 because the series is over at Game 3. And there's nothing really else to say. The Lakers figure out that team was a Rubik's Cube, and we solved that damn cube. All right, again, thanks so much for listening. Stay safe. You know, I'm recording this after an hour after the earthquake happened, so hopefully everybody's okay. All right, Game 2's on Sunday afternoon or night at like 4:30. Let's get it, man. Same stuff. SSDD, we got this. Take care and peace.